Many Apple Card customers are complaining of having trouble accessing their money from Apple's new high-yield savings account. The program with Goldman Sachs is promising a 4.15% annual percentage yield, no fees, and no minimum deposit or balance. But some users are saying they've waited weeks for their money to transfer from their Apple accounts when that should only typically take a few days. So joining me now is Cory Johnson, hedge fund manager and host of the podcast, The Drill Down. Cory, thank you so much for being with us. So lots of customers having this problem, right? And there seem to be a few different reasons this is happening that the company says. The main one is being so-called security reviews. Does that make sense to you? Is this normal if other institutions don't seem to be experiencing these same security reviews?
Yeah, it's possible here that Apple and Goldman Sachs, their partner, are victims of their own success. So many people rushed to open up these accounts when they were offered back at the end of April that they're new accounts. And transactions at any new account at a bank can sometimes trigger problems when you're transferring money.
So, Cory, a lot of people are attracted to these accounts, as we said in the intro to this, because of these high-yield interest rates. You can make a lot of money. So in your estimation, in spite of these problems, is it worth it? Are there maybe other options that won't cause these potential problems?
Well, I mean, worth it depends on how quickly you need your money, how much you want your money to move around. I think that what's interesting here is that, you know, this is a big problem, right? If you put money into this account, or if you've grown money into this account, if users of Apple credit cards have their cash rewards paid into one of these savings accounts, so some people are acquiring these things, they're acquiring these bonuses as they spend money. New accounts can't transfer money as fast. The company has not admitted to that as being the source of the problem. It may be something else. But this is not what people expect. And I think that when people use an Apple product, they expect things to work quickly and fast and successfully. This is more of a old school banking problem.
Well, maybe Samsung users don't. Cory, what's the best advice for customers who are considering one of those accounts? And I am a Samsung user, so.
Well, I'm not dissing Samsung users. I was thinking more like MS-DOS, but it's not, you know, it's such an old reference. Look, I think what's really going on here is this really interesting situation we're at here in 2023, where you have the new world of technology here in Silicon Valley, right? Things move fast, things move suddenly. We expect results really quickly. Whereas in the world of banking, we want our banks to be careful. We've built a banking system to be slow and patient and thoughtful, and whenever they encounter a problem, to hit the brakes. That's what banking does, and that's kind of what we want our banks to do, to protect our money, to protect from money laundering. They're not used to working things as fast as they do in technology. And I think what you see happening here is that tension between the expectation of things happening right now and the old world of banking, whereas, you know, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Exactly. And, you know, and you're right. I mean, I feel like slow and steady in all cases when it comes to money. That's
with
probably
my Apple Watch as I'm doing this. I did not mean to go with the Apple prop.
No offense taken, Cory. No offense. All right, Cory, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.